Hello! Are you a digital nomad and are you coming to Bansko and you have no idea where to stay if you book an accommodation in the north or in the south? Well, I spent 1 month here in the town and now I think I can give you some tips to book your accommodation. So yeah, if you're lost just like I was before coming here, stick around and I'll give you some tips. Let's go! My name is Diego, and if you're new to this channel, nice to meet you. I've been a digital nomad for the past 5 years, and I finally decided to come to Bansko to check the Digital Nomad Fest, but also to spend some time here in the town. I wanted to stay at least a month. I'm gonna stay almost 2, I think. But before coming, I was like, where should I actually stay? Like, I saw some people recommending the north, the south, and I didn't find much information. So I'm recording this video just like for you that probably is gonna having the same type of questions that I had before coming. And after a month, I think I can recommend you a little bit of where to stay depending on your lifestyle. So before we start looking at the map where to stay exactly, I gotta say that Bansko is not so small as it looks like. Just as a base of comparison, I was in Antigua, Guatemala this year, and there you could easily walk everywhere in 10 minutes. Like if you were in one side of the town and walk to the opposite side would take you 10 minutes. 15 max, like max. Like usually in less than 10 minutes you could walk everywhere and do everything you needed. In Bansko, that's not the case. If you're on one side of the town, you need to walk to the other side. Maybe it's gonna take you 30, 40 minutes to walk there, which is not much, I know, but doing the daily life, like if you're commuting, maybe it can become a hustle. Let's say you wake up one day, you have your breakfast, and then you go to the co-working, and you're walking there, it's 20 minutes walk, right? And you're getting there, and you forgot your charger. Damn, then you need to walk back 20 minutes and walk back. It's a hustle, you know? So I kind of have the 5 minutes rule. I try to stay in a place and where I know that all my daily life is gonna happen in a 5-minute range. If it's something way more than that, then I try to find another location. Anything more than 5 minutes is, I think, is too much for like a daily life. Of course, if I want to go for a hike, I want to go for any specific restaurant one night and then I need to walk 15 minutes, it's not a problem. Like I like walking, I like hikes. But for the daily life, I try to have this 5-minute rule, and that's the perspective I want to give you here in this video, so you decide better where can be this 5-minute range for you in Bansko. Okay, so let's look at the map together. I'm gonna put here on the screen so we can see the different parts of the town. When I say north and south, I would say north would be more or less this region over here, like where I'm hovering with the mouse. South would be this region over here in between both rivers. The goal would be more or less to access the social digital nomad life in Bansko. So co-working Bansko, they have 3 locations. One is the gondola one. I'm gonna talk about it in a bit, but the other 2, the main ones, are here in the north part. And you can see both are super close to each other. You could just go around the block and you access. If you want to stay in this location and then let's say you got a place here, you can see there's a 5-minute walk, like anywhere around would be really easy to access. 6 minutes, 2 minutes, anyways, like very easy to have a life. If you're working every day going to the co-working, you have the co-working here, but you also have easy access to a lot of restaurants and bars. Also, if you're planning to come to the Digital Nomad Fest, be aware that most of the stuff are happening here. This is the main stage where all the talks in the morning happens. They also have a smaller stage around here, I would say. There's the cinema stage, so you can walk from one to the other. And also in the afternoons, most of the stuff happens in the park. So the tents would be around this area here. So if you stay north, you can easily access everything during the festival. But if you're coming outside the festival time, you still have all your social life, the digital nomad scene happening here. And then moving to south, where I stayed were more or less in this street. That was my Airbnb. And then you can see most of the stuff happens in the south in this main street or this one, most of the restaurants, I would say. But be aware that this is like packed. This is super full in the winter time. In the summertime, that's when the digital nomads arrive, it's a little empty. Some restaurants are closed during this time. And then, yeah, you can still find a lot of restaurants open, but I would say half or a little more than half would be closed. Still, like this is, but this is the region where you can find a little more peace, more quiet time. You can have easy access to nature, like all the hiking trails are to the south, so you can easily walk outside your Airbnb and get to a hiking trail and have a really cool walk during the afternoon or in the weekends. It's quieter, definitely like a place if you want to be a little more remote. And there's still some stuff going on. For example, co-working Bansko. Like I said, the gondola location is right here. And my Airbnb, as I said, was probably in this street. So it was like 4-minute walk. It was really easy. If you want to go to the main parts, like 8 minutes, 6 minutes, you can walk to the restaurants. So not a big deal, but be aware that there's no many social events for digital nomads happening in this area. To give you a better idea about the difference of the south and the north, I invited 2 friends that experienced both. They started in the south, now they moved to north, and they are Mitch and Diane from from Project Untethered. It's a really cool YouTube channel for travel hacks, travel life. You guys should check it. If you want to check, I'm gonna leave their channel here in the description. So yeah, let's start some questions for you. What would you say is the difference between the south part of Bansko and now here in the north?
We started living in the south, and the difference for me is that we were more focused on work and on rest, because it's just awesome. You get the pretty views, but there is not many things to do during the summer, so you can focus more on your things. And I think it's a little bit more quiet than the north.
It's also a lot farther from the things, because in the south part of the city, a lot of the things are closed because normally it's open for the winter during the ski season. And so you're farther away from everything, and so that means it's more quiet and more peaceful, and you get like the nice mountain views and everything. But also, if you want, like now that we moved to the north part of the city that's like near the main center, now we're way closer to the events and like the main co-workings where they do all the events and everything. And so in the gym, and so it feels like we can do more and participate more in those things. But it all depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for more work and relax and mountains, or if you're looking for community.
Okay, so if you're coming here next time, where are you gonna stay?
For me, I will try both. Like
Both again?
If I have enough time, because we start just there and it was awesome. Like that month was super fast, and now we're exploring another part of Bansko that we didn't see. Like yesterday we went to a nice concert. It was very cool, just 10 minutes from our house. So for me, I would like to experience both things, like for me.
Okay, so would you say like 1 month in the south, then 1 month in the north? 2 weeks, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I would recommend starting in the north, closer to the main center, and then you can go to the events, and if you want to like join the community and make friends and everything, and you'll have people's contact information. Now you have the friends, and then the second month you can go to the south where you're a little bit farther, but you can still connect with everyone, and if they're going to go do things, you know, and like you're in the loop with everything. But if you do it the other way around, then it might be hard to like meet people at the beginning, because it's so far walking up and down the hill all the time.
Okay.
And so
Good.
if you have people's like, you know, Facebook or whatever, then you can organize different things. That's what I would do.
That was a really good explanation. Thanks, guys. High five.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for the video.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, check their channel. Super cool channel here in the description.
Let's go eat some pizza.
So before we wrap this video, I gotta say that this time we stayed in the south part of the town. We wanted to stay in the north part, but we booked super last minute. We decided to come to Bansko like 2 weeks before actually coming. So there was no many good places available in the north part, especially because we were arriving at the same time of the Bansko Nomad Fest. So yeah, we ended up staying in the south. We found a really good Airbnb. And the good thing is that we were like 2 minutes walking away from the co-working Bansko, the gondola location. They have 3 locations in the town. So we were like 2 minutes away from this location, and we also came by car. So it was easy, our life was easy. Whenever we needed to go to the north part, we would just drive super fast there. And in Bansko, it's really easy to park. Like you can park pretty much everywhere. Most of the places are free. If not free, it's cheap. It's like 1 lev per hour like 50 cents of euro, and it's only until I think 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So if you go at night, you can park for free and everywhere, and it's super chill to find parking spots. So for us, it was a really nice experience to stay in the south, like close to the co-working, 2 minutes away, but having the car to go to the north parts whenever we wanted, and being a very quiet place, super close to nature, was really nice to have to slow down and have an experience in the south part of Bansko. But if I'm coming next year, I think I'm gonna try in the north part of the town and stay closer to the digital nomad community. But if I do that, lesson learned, I need to book at least 3 months in advance. I think 6 months would be the best to find a good location with a good price. That's the lesson I learned from my first experience here in Bansko. That's it for today. If you like this video, please leave your like down below. I really appreciate it. Can I count with that? Was this video useful for you? I hope it was, and if you have any other questions, please leave it here in the comments and I'll try my best to respond to everyone. Okay, and maybe see you next year here in Bansko. Alright, and yeah, I don't have anything else to say. See you next week. Bye.